dear children, welcome back to the channel. We are looking at the chapter called number systems, right? So we have brought this first exercise for you. Very simple exercise, already you must have solved it. In the last video I gave you all the idea to solve this first exercise. It's one of the simplest exercise in your 9th standard mathematics textbook. But still I will solve all the questions. Please make a note of all those things, how to do all of it. Okay, so let us take the first question. First question is very simple. Already I have covered these questions in the last video also. I gave you a hint how to do this. They are asking you, is 0 a rational number? Is 0 a rational number? They are asking you 0 is a rational number or not. Next they are telling, can you write it in the form of p by q where p and q are integers, and q is not equal to 0. They have made it unnecessarily lengthy, but you have to get feel of this. Is 0 a rational number? What is the meaning of rational number? A number which can be represented in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q should be not equal to 0. This is the condition now. This 0 can be written as 0 divided by 1. Yes or no? It is in the form of p by q. P equal to 0 and q equal to 1. Here p and q are integers. And q is not equal to 0. See here, it is equal to 1 now. Q means 1 here. So that's why it is a rational number. Therefore, 0 is a rational number. Very simple. 0 is a rational number. Like that you should be able to answer for this question. Any number, if I write 2, so it is a rational number. Yes, why? Because it can be written as 2 divided by 1. If nothing is there in the denominator, 1 will be there. Are you getting my point? For example, 10 divided by 1, it is also a rational number. Is it clear? Okay. So let us get into next question now. Second question, see here. It's one of the different questions. This is the reason I am solving second exercise. Otherwise, you would have known all the other questions also. Okay, second question is like this. Find 6 rational numbers. Find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. They are asking you to find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. There are different methods. In NCERT it is explained in many ways, but let me explain you one of the easiest methods. See here is 3 and here I have 4. I have to write 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. You understand the meaning of rational number? Again, what is the meaning of rational number? Which can be represented in the form of p by q. P and q should be integers and q should not be equal to 0. This is the condition, right? For a rational number, let me write like this. I want 6 numbers now. 6. So let me write it as, after 3, let me write it as 3.1. Is it in the form of p by q? Right now it is not there, but we will bring it. Now after that, let me write it as 3.2. Next let me write 3.3. Next let me write 3.4. And let me take it as 3.5. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me write one more like 3.6. And after that 3.7 everything will come, but we want only 6. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this 3.1 can be written as 31 divided by 10. Yes or no? 3.1 is nothing but 31 divided by 10. Divided by 10 means it will go behind, no? One place will be displaced, that is 3.1. 3.2 can be written as 32 divided by 10. Then 3.3 can be written as 33 divided by 10. 3.4 can be written as 34 divided by 10. Next 35 divided by 10. Then 36 divided by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are they in the form of p by q? Yes, they are in the form of p by q. And p and q are integers and q is also not equal to 0. You can reduce it. 31 divided by 10. There is no reduction. You cannot cancel anything. That's why I am leaving it like that. But here 2 16s are and 2 5s are. So it becomes 16 divided by 5. Yes, of course it is also right. 32 by 10 and 16 by 5. Are they different? No, they are same things. 32 divided by 10, I am cancelling it as 2 1s are, 2 6s are, then 2 5s are, 16 by 5. Then 33 by 10 I cannot do it, so that's why I am keeping this 33 divided by 10 only. Then this can be written as 2 17s are, then 2 5s are. So it becomes like 17 divided by 5. Then next one is 5 7s are, then 5 2s are. So it becomes 7 divided by 2. Next is like 2 18s are, 2 5s are. So it becomes like 18 divided by 5. How many numbers are there? Tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. I wrote them. Are they correct? Of course they are correct. NCERT approaches this with a different method. That is also fine. We can do that method also, but this is one of the simplest method what I am explaining you. If they are asking you to find any rational numbers between given any two numbers, just write the point form, then convert it into fraction forms. So these are the 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Let us look at how NCERT approaches this problem. Let us see that also. Okay, because you must be having idea about all those things also. In some or the other form, it may be helpful. The same question. Find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. 6 rational numbers. 6 rational numbers. Same question. 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. How NCERT? NCERT approaches in two ways. The first one is just add those numbers. 3 and 4 is there, no? Just add it. 3 plus 4 and divide it by 2. Then I will get it as 7 divided by 2. So that is like a 3, 7 by 2, 4. Are you getting my point? Whenever this is called taking average. Average concept must have come in the 8th standard. But whenever two numbers are given, just add them and divide by 2. So whatever I am getting the number that falls between these numbers. For example, it is 3. 7 by 2 means it is 3.5, no? Of course 3.5. 7 by 2 means 2 1s are, 2 3s are, 1 is a carry 5s are. 3, 3.5, 4. Are you getting my point? Now what I am supposed to do? Between these two numbers, again I have to find another rational numbers. No, just add them and divide by 2. Then it becomes like 3 plus 7 divided by 2 all divided by 2. Are you understanding what I am trying to say? 3 plus 7 by 2 all divided by 2. Then you will get one number that falls between 3 and 7 by 2. This is very difficult method, no? Instead of that, you can follow that simple method. Let me do this also. So it becomes like LCM is 2. So 1 2s are, 2 1s are, 3 2s are 6. 6 plus 7. 6 plus 7 divided by 2 all divided by 2. Are you getting my point? This is in the numerator. So it becomes like 6 plus 7, that is 13. 13 divided by 2, and here also it will be multiplied 2 into 2. So it becomes 13 divided by 4. What is the meaning of this 13 divided by 4? For example, I have 3 here. I have 3. Then after this we had 7 by 2, no? In between this number will come, that is 13 divided by 4. Then I am going to have it as 7 by 2. Then I am going to have 4. See here. By doing all of this, I just got 2 rational numbers. Only 2 rational numbers I got. I have to find another 4 because I have to find out 6, no? Again add these numbers and divide by 2. You will get one more number here. Otherwise, you add these 2 numbers and divide it by 2, you will get one number between them. Are you getting my point? Let me add them. 13 by 4 plus 7 by 2 all divided by 2. What will be the answer? Answer for this will be LCM is going to be 4, then 4 1s are, then 2 2s are. So it becomes like 13 plus 14 divided by 2. I am adding 13 by 4 and 7 by 2 and dividing by 2 means I am going to get one rational number between these two. This is the method. So it becomes like 13 plus 14, it becomes 27. 27 divided by 4 into 2, answer will be 27 divided by 8. Now how to write these things? Tell me. Initially I had one number like 3. Okay, after that I had one number like 13 by 4, and after that I have added this and divided by 2. I got one more number here. I have to write that 27 divided by 8, then comma 7 by 2, then comma 4. Now you can add these two numbers and divide by 2. You can find another number. This is a very complicated method which NCERT is discussing. That's why we are not behind this method. We have to solve the questions with this method, whichever easy method I explained here. This is very important. Let me explain you one more time. That method you must have got to know. That is very simple. Let me explain here. They are asking you to find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Yes or no? 3, 4 is there. Now I want one rational number between 3 and 4. I added 3 plus 4 divided by 2. I got 7 by 2. So that's why I write 3, 7 by 2, 4. Now I am finding a rational number between 3 and 7 by 2. That's why I am adding 3 plus 7 by 2 all divided by 2. Then I get 13 by 4. Then I write 3, not directly 7 by 2. I am going to write 13 by 4 because this is the number between these two. 13 by 4, then 7 by 2, then 4. Then again between them, if I want to find out, add them divided by 2. I got something like 27 by 8. That's why I'm writing 3, 13 by 4, 27 by 8, 7 by 2, 4. Again, wherever you want, you can find by adding and dividing by 2. This is also simple, but it will take lot of time. It will waste lot of time of yours. So that's why I am not preferring this method. I want you to go for this method. Okay, wherever there is a disadvantage, I will tell you way to follow this method. But right now, to solve the exercise and simple problems, you have to approach this method. Let me give you one example here. We are at the second question only. Try to understand the second question first, so that we can solve other questions very easily. If they are asking you to find, for example, otherwise let me take 5 rational numbers. 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2, if they are asking you. Okay, how to do this? Between 1 and 2 they are asking, right? 1 is here and let me write 2 here. I have to write 5 rational numbers between them. Let me take first one as 1.1. This is one number, no? It falls between 1 and 2, 1.1. Then I have other numbers also, but I am taking easy ones. So it is like 1.2. Next I have 1.3. Next I have 1.4. Next I have 1.5. 1.6 and everything will come, but I want only 5, no? These 5 numbers are there, just count them. How many are there? 5 are there, no? That is more than enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this 1.1 can be written as 11 over 10. Then 1.2 can be written as 12 over 10, 12 divided by 10. 1.3 can be written as 13 divided by 10. 1.4 can be written as 14 by 10. Then this can be written as 15 by 10. As usual, 1 will be here and 2 will be there. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 11 by 10, I cannot do anything. 11 by 10, let me keep it like this. 12 by 10, 2 6 are, 2 5 are, so it becomes 6 by 5. Are you getting my point? Next, 13 by 10, let me keep it like that, I cannot cancel. 2 7s are, 2 5s are, so it becomes 7 by 5. Then 5 3s are, 5 2s are, so it becomes 3 by 2, 2. Yes or no? It is simple, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. Like that you can solve easily. If you go behind like 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 divided by 2, 1 plus 2 divided by 2 means it becomes 3 by 2. So that is like 1, 3 by 2, 2. Again you have to add these two numbers, then divided by 2. You are going to get another number. That becomes a complicated process, my dear children. So that's why we are following this simple method to find rational numbers between any given two numbers. I hope you are understanding what I am trying to say. Because mathematics steps can be easy as well as difficult. What you have to follow? You have to follow the easiest steps possible and solve the problems. You have to save lot of time in your mathematics problems. Let us get into next question. Let me take third question here. Third question is very simple again. It is like this. Find 5 rational numbers. Find 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Let me write here. 3 by 5 is there, and after that some number will come, and after that I am going to get it as 4 by 5. I am supposed to write how many rational numbers? 5 rational numbers. Here it is not possible now. 3 by 5 divided by 4 by 5. Let me convert it into point. 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. 5 ones are, then 0.6. Nothing is there means 0 I have to take, then 0.6. So let me write it as 0.6. Then that is like 5 ones are, then nothing is there, 1 take 1 0, 0.8. 0.8. Between 0.6 and 0.8. Can I write some numbers? Of course I can write. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Directly they gave like 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. I am converting them like this. Now I can write 0.6 and 3 by 5 both are same. 0.8 and 4 by 5 both are same. I am going to write it as 0.61. Then again 0.62. Then 0.63. Then 0.64. And let me write one more here. 0.7. Who will ask me? I am not supposed to write 0.65 also. No need. Are you understanding my point, my dear children? Here 0.61 is there, no? Immediately without writing 0.62 I can write 0.63 also, no issue. Then without writing 0.64 I can write 0.65 also. Anyhow I want 5 rational numbers, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. So this 0.61 can be written as 61 divided by 100. Can I cancel? No, it cannot be cancelled. So that's why I'm leaving it like that. Then 62 divided by 100. Then comma 63 divided by 100. Then 64 divided by 100. Then 0.7 means how to write this? 7 divided by 10. Very simple. You should not write 7 divided by 100. It becomes 0.07 again. It becomes a problem. 0.8 and 0.7. Look at this. 0.7 is between 0.6 and 0.8 only now. It is less than this and greater than this. This is also fine. Then you try to cancel this. 61 by 100. It remains as it is. Comma. Here 2 3s are, 2 1s are, then 2 50s are. So it becomes like a 31 divided by 50. Comma. Then 63 divided by 100. I cannot do anything. I just leave it like that. Then 2 3s are, 2 2s are, then 2 5s are, 2 50s are, then 2 16s are, then 2 25s are. So it becomes like 16 divided by 25. Are you understanding what I am trying to say? Very simple, right? 2 32s are, 2 50s are, 2 16s are, 2 25s are. So 16 divided by 25. Then 7 by 10 as usual it is remaining. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. So 0.6 that is like 5. 0.6 means not 5. It is going to be 3 by 5. No? 3 divided by 5 it is there. And 0.8. Here 0.8 is 0. 0.8 is nothing but 4 by 5. Which is simple, tell me? It's very simple, no? If you start to add them, again 3.5 divided by 3 by 5 plus 4 by 5, all divided by 2, it becomes a whole mess. So that's why don't follow that method. Try to follow this method only. If you are not getting answers in this method, then go for that method. Are you getting my point? Mathematics is all about easy steps. Okay, so that is clear. Third question. Now let me get into fourth question. That is like true or false. You have to say true or false. Okay, so let me give you a first statement. What is, I have already discussed all this. Every natural number is a whole number, they are saying. What is the question? Every natural number is a whole number. Is it correct or not? You take any natural number. Is it a whole number? Yes. What are natural numbers? 1, 2, 3, like that. Are they whole numbers? Yes. So that's why it is a true statement. Yes or no? All the natural numbers falls under the category of whole numbers. All the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, they are coming under whole numbers. Whole numbers means 0, 1, 2, 3. See here, all the natural numbers are falling under whole numbers. So that's why this statement becomes true. So let me give you second one. What is the second question? I am using it in mobile, sometimes it gets locked. So let me give you second question. What is the second question? Every integer is whole number. They are saying every integer is whole number. You have to look for example. Every integer is whole number. -1 is an integer. -1 is an integer, but not whole number. Yes or no? Whole number means it has to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. But integer means along with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we have -1, -2, -3 also. -1 is integer, but it is not whole number. That's why it becomes false. This statement is false. Very simple. Yes or no? To make anything true or false, you should be giving examples. If something is true, no need to give example. But if something is false, you must be giving examples for that. Now let me give you third question here. Very simple question. Now they are asking you every rational number is whole number. Every rational number is whole number. Now tell me whether this is true or false. Every rational number. For example, if I take 3 by 5. 3 by 5 is a rational number. Yes or no? 3 by 5 is a rational number, but not a whole number. Is it a whole number? No, it is not a whole number. Are you getting my point? 3 by 5 it is becoming a rational number, but not a whole number. That's why this statement also becomes false. I hope you are understanding. Whenever the statements are wrong, you should be giving example. Here I have given, they are saying every rational number is a whole number. I have to prove it false. How to prove it false? Give an example. 3 by 5 is a rational number. P by Q form it is there, and Q is not equal to 0, that form is there, but it is not a whole number. Whole number means 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. I hope the first exercise is very much clear to you. I have made all the questions very clear to you. You have to practice these questions, and these kind of questions may arise in your annual exam or midterm exam or something like that. Okay, please keep on reading. All the very best for all of you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.